Welcome to the English speaking and grammar classes. Please do like and share the video, subscribe the channel, and give your comments in the comment box, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you are tuned in with the upcoming videos. So today's topic is voice, as you can see, and it's going to be very interesting as we will talk about the shortcuts that we apply in active and passive voice. But first we have to understand the roots of it. The roots of it says, what do we mean by active? We will first go to the dictionary meaning of active. The dictionary meaning of active says that something which is happening, something which is in action. So with active, the first thing that we relate is action. And now we will concentrate on the definition that says, because we relate it to complete grammar, the verb, the first important thing is the verb, to show that the action is performed by the subject. So the performance is done by the subject. So three things we have traced in this: verb, action, and subject. Okay, now we come to passive. Passive, what is the literary meaning of passive? What do we mean by dictionary meaning of passive? That is something which is not in action. Now again we will come to the definition, and what I am trying to tell you through the definitions now, it will be when the subject of the verb is acted upon and receives the action. But instead of going to the definition, if you will see the three main things that are coming: verb, action, subject, subject, verb, action. But the sequence is different. The sequence is only turned. That is what I am trying to tell it to you. Now here comes the shortcut that we are applying, that is SVO. That is subject, verb, object. Three main things. If these three things you understand, that is subject, verb, and object, you have to just mug it up. And in my previous videos of sentences as in my previous videos, you must have noticed of sentence that I emphasized on subject, recognition of subject and object. If not, please go through that sentence video. I'm talking about sentence lecture, so it will be clear to you how to recognize that object, whether it is a direct object or indirect object. At present, we will just talk on subject, verb, and object. Now we will not, learning the definition will not frame into the concept, but we will learn the concept and practice the concept more on. Now a sentence is, and one thing while writing the sentence, I will like to tell it to you that I will take one tense at a time, and I will concentrate on the rules, and I will revise the rules by the tenses. Now here what I told you, that is the key main point, that is subject, verb, object. As we get the sentence, we have to sham subject, verb, object. If we are in practice of doing this, if suppose in 20 to 25 sentences we will write it in, if we are a starter, if we are just going through the starting of active and passive voice, we have to do this practice to mark subject, verb, and object. And if we are in that practice, gradually it will inculcate into us, and we will never go wrong. This never is a promise if you just follow the simple rules. Now what I have told you, the first rule is you have to mug it up, subject, verb, object, and second one is, as you get the sentence, you have to mark it up. The second rule is, and you can call it a crisscross or an exchange. Crisscross or an exchange. Now what will be the sequence? You can mark it up here. Now the object you will write first. You have just written as I have told you in my lecture of verb, that now verbs are something very important for each and every chapter as you will go through. Now you have written the object, now you will mark the verb. You will mark the verb. Which tense is this? The third point is you mark the tense. First is mark subject verb object, then give a crisscross, and then you have to mark a tense. Which tense are we talking about? We are talking about past tense. And for past, what do we write? Was. And with subject agreement, if we see the agreement, the a letter is singular and was for past singular. And what will be the first form of the third form of wrote? What will be the third form? That will be written. And now we come to the fourth rule, that we always use the third form of verb. Third form of verb. So first rule, I repeat, you have to mark subject verb object, then you have to give a crisscross or exchange, then you have to recognize the tense, and then you have to mark only the third form of verb is written in the passive voice. So our verb we have done up with, that was written. Now we come to by. Now the 1, 2, 3, 4, and the fifth rule is we have to put the agent by. We put the agent by, and then we come to the subject, that is by sham. Now here subject verb object, subject verb object. We prove our definition. We prove our definition through this. Now I suppose we'll come to the next sentence. Now the pronouns changes, like in a rough course I will tell it to you, and if you will go through the tabular, that will be better. I changes to me, we changes to us, you never changes as you is the second person, he changes to him. That ways we keep on changing, like she changes to her, it remains same, and they changes to them. Now I will tell you about the object that we mark if there are two objects, direct and indirect. So if I take the sentence, please be careful. Subject, verb, object. Then what is this? This is the second object. If we have two objects, then we can make the passive voice in two ways. Just now I told you, me changes to I. I, past tense, was, third form, given, a pen, by, hurry. First sentence is this. And now if we take this as the object, a pen, verb will remain the same, was given. Now to me, by, hurry. So what is this? Never changes, but we are changing the sentence with the marking of the object and requirement of the object. Now we come to the first tense that we will be taking is, that is the simple present or the present indefinite. And if we'll just don't forget the tense rules or the active passive rules, if we revise, go through the tense rules, will be more. And I'll just give you a revision to that. The rules which I have told you: subject, verb, object, then a crisscross, then tense we have to recognize only the third form of verb that is written, and we use agent by. Now simple present tense. He teaches me. He teaches me as a practice, subject, verb, object. object changes to I. For I, if we go to verb agreement for present tense, the tense is present. For verb agreement, if we go with I, we use am. What will be the third form of teach? Taught. See, we have marked, we are going through this, we will never go wrong. If we remember this, we will never go wrong in active and passive voice. I am taught. Now, we come to agent by. He becomes him. Now we come to the next sentence. As a practice, subject, verb, object. Now, you never changes. You. Which tense are we talking about? Present tense. And for you, what is used here as a agreement? Are, third form, liked, agent, by, and they becomes them. I suppose if we make it a practice, we will never go wrong. Now we'll go for the questionnaires also. We'll take the first question. What do you want? So, same thing we have to follow in this also. Okay. Questionnaire we can't change. What, we are talking about present, is what is the verb? Third form, wanted, by, you. Question will remain question. One more we will take. Why do you tell a lie? Why do you tell a lie? Now, question word will, interrogation will remain the same. Why, we are talking about present, is, why is a lie told, third, told by you. One more sentence I will take for this tense. She manages the house. As a practice, subject, verb, object. The house. We are talking about the present. For first, this is singular, is third form of manage, managed by, she becomes her. The house is managed by her. I suppose I'm able to justify the simple present tense. Now we come to simple past or past indefinite. Now, past sentence, he cut trees. He cut trees. Do we have a third form of cut? Please don't do that mistake. Cut remains cut only. Now, subject, verb, object, trees, cut. We are talking about past. We are talking about past, and trees is plural, and a verb agreement says verb will come. Trees were cut by, he becomes him. Now we will take the next sentence. They kept us waiting. Now, as a rule, subject, verb, object. They kept us waiting. I suppose if you have joined in the class of sentence, in that this was explained to you what is waiting out here. Now us becomes we. Us becomes we, and it's plural, or if we take it as plural verb agreement, were, we were, third form, it's already written third, kept waiting by, they becomes them. Just now I told you they becomes them. Now next sentence, we did not grow rice. One negative sentence is a mandatory. Now again, subject, verb, verb, object. This is whole thing, the verb. Now rise, crisscross, the second rule. First rule we have marked, subject, verb, object. Second, crisscross. Crisscross, rise. Rise is singular. For singular we use for past, was. Negative, not. Third form, grown. Agent, by. We becomes us. Now we will take a questionnaire. What did he speak to you? Now questionnaire, question, interrogative word. What, the past, was. Third form, spoken. To you, agent, by. He becomes him. He becomes him. Without the question mark, you can't justify a question. So I suppose I am able to justify the past indefinite, present indefinite, that is the simple forms. Now we come to the future. Now I will tell it to you when I will complete all the three tenses of indefinite, that is past, present and future. Then we will do one more drill, that is taking any one tense and transforming it to other, as it makes it helps you up to understand. Now we come to future indefinite. He will fly a kite. He will fly a kite. First rule, subject, verb, object. Now second rule, a crisscross or exchange, a kite. Future, will. And one more rule now we add out here, we add be out here, will be. Now what will be the third form of fly? That is flown. Agent, by, again. He becomes him. Now I promise you, if you are mugged up with the rules, if you thoroughly know the rules, you will never go wrong. Never means exactly never. Now the next we take, they will run a race. Now subject, verb, object. Now the second rule, a crisscross, a race. Future, will. What I told you, be. What will be the third of run? Will be run only. Run. Agent, by. See, every time I am telling it to you what rules we are following, and they becomes them. Now we come to the next sentence. She will not beat me. This is the negative sentence that we are taking. Subject, verb, object. So me becomes I. Future word, will. With indefinite form, what do we keep? Be. Not be. Third form of beat, beaten. Agent, by. She becomes her. I suppose if we are mugged up with that every time when we are not speaking. I'm teaching you, that's why I'm speaking. If we just revise those rules while writing the sentences only, if we are writing with the rules, we will never go wrong, and never means a real never. It's been 22 years that I'm teaching, and I've seen that the children, the students, those who really follow the rules, they never go wrong, and you don't have to go wrong if you are following the rules. Now the next sentence that we will take, that will be a question. That will be, when, minded we are doing future. Will and shall shows you the future. When will he give up his studies? Question mark. Now, question word, future word, that is the object, his studies. When will his studies be form, given, third form, up, agent by, him. And in the next session today, we have completed up with the indefinites or the simple past, present and future. In the next, I will give a merger of these through a recapitulation for these three tenses that we have covered, and we will come to continuation with one short exercise of these three. Please do revise it and wait for my part 2 of active and passive voice. I suppose your cooperation and the way I want to teach it to you, both will come up and make up to good marks that will inculcate or the clear concept that will come to you. Thank you very much, and please, it's a request, please do comment in the comment box, like and share the video. Please do subscribe the channel. Don't forget to press the bell icon so that you are tuned in with the upcoming videos. Thank you so much for being there, and I promise in the next video we will do the all the parts of, that is past, present and future, continuous, and a recapitulation and a revision of these three. Thank you so much.